Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I am starting another island challenge. I will be attempting to complete an island, so right from the start we meet Timmy and Tommy to hopefully a completely decorated island in just 48 hours. No, I am not going to be sitting here for 48 hours straight, but I will be recording with a timer every time that I play on this island, starting from 0 and going all the way up to 48 hours. And I will also be doing this without the aid of treasure islands. I am going to be attempting to do this all on my own. Can I complete an entire island in just 2 days? I don't know. Now, you would think that seeing as I'm trying to finish this island so quickly that I would be rushing everything at the start to get through this as quick as I can. Well, you'd be wrong. I re-rolled quite a few times to find a good map. Because I want to do very little or no terraforming, I wanted to get the right island, and some of these were just not it. I ended up picking an island on my 3rd or 4th attempt. I was torn between the top left and the bottom right, but I ended up choosing the one on the top left. Honestly, all 4 of these maps were pretty good. But I went with the one on the top left because the cliffs weren't as chaotic as they were on the ones on the bottom right. And I do like this little area here that's kind of like a little island on the bottom of the cliff tops. I have my game set in September at the moment because I really like the colour of the grass and the trees at this time of year. Pretty happy with my native fruit of peaches and great starter villages too. I've got Ting, Shang and Hazel, who is easily one of the best sisterly villagers in the game. I go and see Tom and I do all of the usual stuff. I place my tent and I get some sticks and some fruit. And then when it comes time to naming the island, I go with Sunflower. Because I'm trying to complete this so quickly, I'm going to be relying a lot on nature for decorating, so I really wanted a name that would fit the theme. So far everything is going good. I'm fairly confident at getting through the story part of the game really fast. I have done a 3-star speedrun in the past where I got to 3 stars in just 3.5 hours. So I was certain that this would be no different. Wrong. Just no. So the next day Tom wakes me up and gives me my moving fees bill, which honestly is kind of rude. So now I have to go around and get my 5,000 Nook Miles. I take a photo with my eyes closed, of course. I create a custom design. Edit my passport. Place 10 items. Access my phone 10 times. I go and pick all of my weeds. This unlocks Nook Miles for selling 50 and 200 weeds and selling your first item. I also grab some fruit to sell too, which is another Nook Mile achievement. I write on my bulletin board, talk to my villagers, and then I go and gather a heap of sticks so that I can make some tools. I then go into resident services to see Tom and I get the DIY workshop done. And then I see my buddy Timmy, I sell stuff, I buy stuff, I get all the things. I check out the ABD and I order my first item, which are gumboots. I honestly think these are the best shoes in the game. I always try to buy them in every single colour. And here we are 40 minutes in. I've got all of my Nook Miles, so I'm going to pay my moving fees. I always like to get that done first and then upgrade my house straight away. I then do a couple of random things and set off to catch some critters for the museum. I get all that sorted, I get the museum kit off Tom and I just place it next to resident services. I shake all of the trees first and manage to get stung in the process because I'm just that clever. I gather what stones I can to make some axes. I want to gather as many materials as I can at the start of the game to help myself later on. You need so much at the start for the shop, the first 3 plots, the bridge and the campsite. Because I'm doing this without using treasure islands, I'm going to be relying heavily on DIYs, so I want to make sure that I've got plenty of building materials. I also run around and do a couple of things to make some nook miles and get some bells. I make some tools and then at 1 hour and 22 minutes I was done for my first day on Sunflower. Okay, so it's a new day. I've checked my mail and now I'm just sorting out my storage in my house. My in-game mum has sent me some cherries. I collect my miles. I've deliberately set my birthday to this time so that I could collect 2,000 birthday miles. And now I'm ready to go off and start my day. I head in to see Blathers so that I can get the DIYs for the vaulting pole and the shovel, and then I go and see Timmy to get the ball rolling with Nook's Cranny. I don't know what I was doing here, but I hit one rock and run around and then just done some random stuff. And then I went to a Nook Mile Island. I just gathered some materials and then I was out of there. Back on Sunflower, I plant a heap of coconuts and then gather some shells. I won't always show it, but I'm constantly selling anything that I can find so I can make as many bells as possible. I run around, shake the trees and gather building materials. I do this a lot, like a lot. It's a bit boring, so we'll skip that part. So we're at 2 hours and 14 minutes and I'm finally ready to give Timmy the materials for the shop. Being the original girl that I am, I just placed Nook's Cranny right next to Resident Services. I plant some cherries and then I grab a Nook Miles ticket so I can go and grab some more materials. Ew, Marina. I still need to get a few more donations for Blathers, so I'll go around and do a quick spot of fishing. And then I think I'm all done when Blathers actually has the audacity to tell me that I have to go and catch something else because I'm 1 short. I sell a few duplicate fish to Timmy and I wanted to buy a wetsuit but it wasn't available. I swear you used to be able to buy it on day 2, correct me if I'm wrong. I couldn't even find one in Nook Shopping. I ended up having to use my Nook Miles to buy one. Anyway, that is the end of day 2 and now we're on to day 3. So it's the next day. I accidentally set the timer a few minutes early, so my bad. But I've checked my mail, got my DIY, and I've gone to Nook's to meet Mabel, sell some stuff and to see what's available. I go around and I do all of the things. I dig up my fossils, hit my money rock and plant my money tree. My cherry trees are fully grown, so I dig them up and clear an area on the other side of the island to make a little orchard. And then I go and do my most favourite thing ever. I collect more building materials. I've got my pockets filled with a heap of building materials and I head off to see Tom about the bridge. Once that's placed, I get started on the first 3 plots. I'm really annoyed at this point because I'm already at 3.5 hours. And previously when I had done my 3-star speedrun, I was almost done by now. And here I am with still only 2 villages. I feel like this is all just going so slow. Hopefully future me will thank past me for collecting so much stuff. Anyway, I let Tom know that I'm all done and I go and see who has autofilled the plots. I am not impressed. Al. Cookie, yeah, she's cute. Sky, fine. But Al? Honestly, what did I do to deserve this? Al has moved in. Yay. So fun. Not a great lot happened for the rest of the day. I seen Harv for the first time and then I started placing some item on the beach and putting up some fencing in preparation for my island raiding. I met Red, visited Elle, and then went to see what Red had for sale. I could not believe it that I managed to get a Valiant statue on his first visit. I will not be donating this to Blathers. I am definitely keeping this for myself. And then after all of that, you guessed it, I gathered some more building materials. I did some other stuff along the way too. I dug up my fossils and talked to my villagers. What I didn't do though was the customization workshop, and I forgot to do that photo thingy at Harv's Island. But by this time it was really late at night IRL for me, so I decided to call it quits for the day. So it's a new day, Cookie has moved in and there isn't really much going on. I hit my rocks, plant my money tree and go and get all of my fossils assessed. And for some unknown reason, I actually donated most of them. I could have sold them for bells that I really need, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass. I hit all of my trees for wood and then time travel to the next day, once again forgetting to do the customization workshop with Tom. So Sky has moved in and resident services is going to get an upgrade, plus Leaf is here. First off, I run around and do some dailies. I hit rocks, plant my money tree and sell some shells and stuff like that. Then I go and see Leaf to do a bit of shopping. I buy some wheat and a heap of bushes. When I go to buy flowers, I get a heap of cosmos but didn't buy any mums. For some reason, I thought they were my native flower. They're not. Windflowers are. Anyway, I go and clear an area to plant everything, completely oblivious to the windflowers on the cliff behind me. I even went back and bought some more stuff from him, and I still didn't think, hey, maybe I should buy some mum seeds. I log on a little later on in the day and I finally go and do the customization workshop with Tom. I collect some wood and then I call it quits for the day. So it's now day number, I honestly don't know. Resident services is closed and Mabel is here for her first visit. I plant my money tree, dig up my fossils, and then I go and see Mabel so I can buy some ugly clothes because, you know. I move all of my coconut trees so all of my fruit trees are together to make it easier for me to harvest them. And I water my teeny tiny patch of crops. There isn't much going on around the island today, so I hit my rocks and trees and then time travel to the next day. Isabel is here. We are at over 6 hours and I am still not at 3 stars. I go around and do all of my dailies first so that they're out of the way. Daisy May is here, so I take the risk and buy 750 turnips for just over 78,000 bells. I go and buy from Mabel, who is here again, then I check out the ABD and I see Tom about the campsite. I get that built and then I time travel ahead to the next day. I set the time to about 11:55 so that I can keep an eye on the turnip prices, and then I have to go and meet Lottie because I actually totally forgot that I have HHP on this island. I don't think I'm going to use it though because it does take up a lot of time. Mabel is here for her third visit, so I go and see her and get the Able sisters all set up. I plant my money tree, hit my money rock, harvest some wheat, and then I time travel ahead to the next day. I go to see who my campsite villager is practically straight away and I am bitterly disappointed. Leopold. Ew. I check my turnip prices and they're at 135. I decide not to sell, which I would live to regret. Later on during the day, I log in and organise Leopold's plot. I hit the rocks to find my money rock, dig up my fossils and plant my money tree. I see Tom and grab a plot of land. I have one Nook Mile ticket in storage, so I get that and head off to a Nook Mile island. and it's a no from me. Even though at this point I really shouldn't be too picky, but here we are, I'm being picky. I time travel to the next day and Abel's is open. Turnips are at 148 bells, but I'm being a little bit greedy and I still don't sell. I check my plot and it's autofilled with Sid. Not really having the best of luck with villagers here. I run around and I do a few dailies. Turnips go down to 132 and I still don't sell them. I buy another plot of land so that I can get my 8 villages, and then I time travel ahead to the next day. And then the next day, the best thing ever happens. Elle wants to leave. Sayonara, goodbye, never want to see you again. My happiness was short-lived though when I realised that my plot didn't autofill. Tom, do your job. I buy 1 Nook Mile ticket and it's Harry, and I can't do it, being picky once again. Spoiler alert, I lost half of my money on turnips and I'm not going to be buying them again. I go to another Nook Mile island and I hesitantly invite Eugene to live on the island because I need to get my 8 villages. Leaf is here again, so I go and buy a heap of things off him, go ahead and plant them, and then time travel to the next day. So now that Eugene has moved in and I have my 8 villages, I go in to see Isabel to check what my star rating is, but unfortunately I'm only at 2 stars. It was pretty late IRL for me at that time, so I decided to just save and quit and get back to it the next day. So first off, I run around and do a few dailies and I place some more items out on the beach. Then I remember that Elle left, and then I totally forget about it again. So when I go to check my star rating, it's down to 1 because now I only have 7 villages. So I go to another Nook Mile island and invite Goldie to move in, and then once again I need to time travel to the next day. I go to visit Goldie and I'm really confused about the grass colour and the fact that I didn't get a morning announcement. So I save and quit and then reload the game again, and the same thing happens. I finally cotton on to the fact that I was meant to go to a new month. So I actually went back to September 1st instead of going forward to October 1st. I finally get the time right and Isabel informs me that Nooks is going to be upgrading. I do a few bits and pieces around the island and then go check with Isabel. We're still only at a 2-star rating. I'm now at over 9 hours into this game. 9 hours and still no KK. According to Isabel, I need to do some decorating, so I get some DIYs from the ABD. I place a few of them around and put down some more fencing, just in case. And then finally, at 9 hours, 18 minutes and 27 seconds, we have 3 stars. I don't have any time to celebrate though because I've still got some work to do around the island. I see Leaf then pay off my loan and upgrade my house. I plant some more crops and flowers, and then I check in with Leaf again and he gives me the DIY for the hedge. I clean up the island a bit, do a few more dailies, and then I finally go see Harvardy's island, and I'm finally all done. Listen, that was a stressful 9 hours. I have 38 hours and 5 minutes left. Looking back as I'm editing this, I could have done so much better, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with how many bells and building materials I have, but I do need to try and get some more items. I gotta be honest though, I haven't played on this island since I recorded that first 9 hours and I have no clue what I'm going to be doing. But I do need to get more organised. 38 hours sounds like a long time, but it's really not. Can I get this island finished? I don't know. I'm gonna try though. But that is all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you would like to see the rest of my 48-hour island. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!